Hello, welcome to another weekly video of Ami figure pre-orders, 26th to the 31st of January 2026, so finally 1 month in, so that's one whole month down, 11 more to go. So yeah, we'll have a look at the figures. As you can see in the top 10 here, there's a couple or one I really am looking forward to getting to, but yeah, we'll start with the figures for scale. That are scale figures. Almost all these scale figures. There is one Nendroid I'm covering, and there's some adult figures, but those will be obviously at the end, and they will not be linked below. All the rest of the figures we'll look at today will be in the link in the description below, like normal. So subscribe for future weekly videos. To do with that, since it's quite hard to keep on top of these Ami figure figure releases, obviously, since they take a lot of unless you check them every day like I do. But let's get straight into the scale figures that are up for pre-order this week. We've got Uzaki-chan, Tezuki Izaki, Angel version 1/7 by Proof for 22,440 yen, October 2026. This one's a bit interesting because it's, she's in lingerie, angel kind of attire, and the sort of veil that she's got going on definitely gives her sort of nun vibes as well. So there's a bit more of an intricate design as well. I like the patterning going on here. Obviously very alluring. Body sculpting is pretty decent by Proof. Multiple faceplates as well. So that's a good bonus, I would say, overall. I like the veil. Yeah, I like overall, pretty nice figure. I like this stool that she's kneeling on. It's better than just her sitting on a base or no base at all. So it's definitely a bit more interesting that way. I don't know if this will hold on at 22,000 yen. Proof don't have generally a very good track record overall. It depends. They're a well-established manufacturer, but you just don't see a lot from them being pumped out all the time. But they are a smaller manufacturer, so it kind of makes sense. They're not like Good Smile, who have lots of other sub-manufacturers that they contract with. So, yeah, I can understand. I don't think I actually own any Proof figures, to be honest. So I guess I can't give an in-person or impartial. But from what I've seen from MFC listings, from figures that they've had released before, I've heard problems with them before, so and some cancellations as well. So yeah, they're a bit hit and miss potentially, but yeah, it's a nice figure overall. I just think the sort of Uzaki-chan hype's died off, so I can definitely see I don't know why they're doing one now. So it's one of those seasonal anime, unfortunately, that was really big when it came out, but then it's fallen off. So yeah, that's the only problem I think with the seasonal anime is figures that get released, unless if they're iconic. Uzaki-chan is kind of an iconic anime or well known, but I don't think there's a lot of interest in it these days. Now here's the Nendroid, the only Nendroid of this week that I'm covering anyways. It's a Stellar Blade Eve by Good Smile, 6,840 yen, July 2026. So technically a bit on the cheaper side for a Nendroid, I think. I've seen other than Nendroids this past week that are like 9,000 yen, although they probably have more accessories. But yeah, so Project Stellar Blade Eve, very good game. I don't own it yet, but obviously when it was released last year, a lot of people I was waiting for it to come out on PC, so yeah, I'm glad it's on PC at least. But yeah, nice Nendroid. She looks really good. Like the facial expressions. And it's definitely not overly sexualized, obviously, because of the Nendroid scaling. So that kind of makes sense. Not really any hair shading, though. But I'm not too sure if Nendroids really have hair shading, to be honest. So it probably makes sense. But yeah, very cute figure. Very adorable. Stellar Blade Eve figure. Then we got a Nendroid Hatsune Miku GT Project Racing. So this isn't a Nendroid, this is a bit of a peculiar one. 9,000 yen. It is Nendroid series, okay. It is Nendroid. I'm sorry, I can't read. Obviously, you typical Yu-Gi-Oh player never reads. Yeah, so she's an Nendroid, but she comes with a car that she can sit in, which is actually a nice bonus. I thought I'd cover this one because it's Hatsune Miku. The GT sort of racing Miku every year makes sense. They pretty much always sell really well, and the designs are definitely bold. This one's a very bold design as well. I like the hair. The twin tails are really nice. These sort of metallic, was it robotic bunnies things in the twin tails? Very different. Yeah, I like the design of the outfit. I think the car just sells it for me, so I think a lot of people will probably buy this because it's more unique Nendroid with her actually having a vehicle, which I don't know of any other Nendroids that actually have like vehicles as accessories with them. So this might be a first. If you do know, let me know in the description below, in the comments. Since obviously there's what, nearly 2,000 androids or something that they've released, different androids over the years. 2,000 something, I can't remember. I don't know what the count is currently. But yeah, definitely. I think if you're definitely into Hatsune Miku, probably going to be an auto buy for a lot of people. Then we've got a freeing figure, Makine, Too Many Losing Heroines, Anna Yanami, caught scale by freeing, 36,300 yen for July 2026. So again, a simple bunny. Do like the blue, and I do like the hair shading. There's not tons of gradient. There's some lighter blue hair highlights, and I do like that. They've always done the tights really well. Box standard pose. Bit more on the slender side, which is probably why she's more on the 36,000 yen price rather than 44,000 yen, where if they're a bit more voluptuous chest area, rear posterior assets, that kind of makes sense. So she's definitely a much more slender freeing figure. So yeah, what size is she? 47 centimeters in height. So she's still kind of tall actually for a quarter scale. But yeah, definitely I think worth picking up potentially. Then we've got a Hatsune Miku GT Project Racing 2025 version on 7th by Good Smile. February 2027. Pre-order's already closed, unfortunately. Single shipment for this one. But I thought at least look at it, because you can, if you just keep an eye on it and refresh it every now and then, you might be able to nab it. There's a couple of sites that can actually send you updates if you put in like alerts. There's like an alert system. After, might do a video on that, see how it is. So let me know if you want me to do a video on, like, you know, when you got this sort of situation where the pre-orders are closed. Sometimes if someone else cancels it, then obviously they relist it, but then you can obviously miss it. And there is certain alert websites and stuff like that that will send you alerts for as soon as, much more sooner than just manually checking anyways. So let me know if you want me to do a video on that. So I probably should do a bit more research into that. But yeah, let's have a look, check her out. Like the design, very similar colour obviously to the Nendroid 2026 GT in terms of the colourways. Different design, this is 2025. But yeah, the large hammer, sort of hammer speaker vocal thing, yep. Very cute, very nice design I think overall. But I think all the Hatsune Miku ones, all the racing Miku ones have been anyways. So yeah, very good figure, and obviously you'll be waiting till next year to get this one. 29,000 yen I think is about appropriate for this. It's just a shame their pre-orders are closed already. I wonder if they've got a limited run or if they've just not opened up the pre-orders yet. But this was earlier in the week, so I think it's just because it's been a few days, the pre-orders are just closed, unfortunately. Then we got a very nice looking figure, Azure Lane Amagi, Throne of Fallen Petals version. 1/7 by Good Smile Arc Shanghai for 38,000 yen. April 2027, so you've got over a year, year and a quarter basically. This is a very, very nice Azure Lane figure. Definitely on the upper echelon of figures that we've seen from Azure Lane. Obviously, I love the design. It's very sexy, obviously, but elegant figure design. And Amagi with the sort of foxtails are very well shaded. This is a fantastic figure. Unfortunately, the foxtail furs, and then it's going to add a lot of depth and volume to the figure, which is why it's a single shipment. Detail on the hair looks great. Such an amazing centerpiece, I think. Is that multiple faceplates? Yes, multiple faceplates. Winking face or non-winking face. I probably would have a winking face, to be honest. But yeah, very nice figure, elegant. It is on the pricier side. but if they can at least nail the shading on the hair and on the that obviously the dress looks, the turquoise color is amazing on that, and the tights shading as well is very nicely done. Great figure, I think, worth getting a hold of. I am a massive Azure Lane fan. I don't main a Maggie on a lot of my fleets, so whether I will get her, I don't know. Very tempted just because of how nice the figure is, but I don't have an interest in the character, so I think you have to kind of weigh that up. Whether the actual, just the design of the figure is really appealing to you, then whether you would actually spend this kind of money on this figure. TV anime Wandering Witch. The Journey of Elena, 1/7 by Proof. So another Proof figure, 28,050 yen, August 2026. Some soft shading, I would say, with the purple on the outfit and the hat, so that's kind of good. And I do like the stone patterning and the water feature going on as well, and that plant work is nicely painted. Yeah, this one's actually a nice figure, I think. Overall, very cute. I like the pose. Do like the colour. It's definitely much more muted. There's not any sharp highlights or anything like that. But yeah, very subtle shading. Very nice looking figure. I think worth getting a hold of. Then we've got Musume, Pretty Derby. Rice Shower by Good Smart Shanghai. 23,800 yen. January 2027. This one, very clean. Some decent sculpting actually with the ponytail going on, and good hair shading overall. I'd say good hair shading. The blue shading on the outfit is fine, not tons of it, but I think that kind of makes sense with this sort of translucent bit covering it. It's gonna at least make it more difficult to, you know, there's not any colouring since that's obviously a white sort of fabric over silk, I guess, over the top. So yeah, very nice figure, I think, overall. Do we get a shot of the tail? Okay, tail looks okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's on the cheaper side, you know, with it being about 24,000 yen. She's fine. I just don't like, I don't particularly like the Musume figures in the sort of nice wedding dress kind of, or party dress kinds of things. I think a lot of people prefer them in their standard outfits. They see them in the anime more so. Then we got another Musume, Pretty Derby Mayono Top Gun by 1/7 scale by Clanel, 26,120 yen. So this one's obviously a lot more appealing. There's a lot more interesting, much more interest in and differences in this figure. The hair shading, orange to purple, is definitely more unique. Outfit design looks really good. The boots, you know, with the claws going on. Yeah, very, I think, just cutesy and much more unique design, much more outstanding, I guess you could say. Just much more, yeah, just a generally more interesting figure design, I think, overall. Yeah, rockin' Mew Meow version. Okay. So yeah, definitely interesting figure, at least overall. Then we got Alice illustration by Ulrich, 1/6 by Kawa Design for manufacturer, 10,690 yen, November 2026. This one I really like the pose. Obviously very well in the big in the chest area, and in the rear asset area as well. Like the sort of fantasy kind of suit design. You know, it's very much more you know, super sexy fantasy design. I like the tights as well. Like the pose. Looks like she's being restrained by some sort of spell that's got her hands and her ankles restrained in some in this pose. Kind of looks like the chest area is cast off, but there's no mention of it being cast off down below, so we'll have to wait and see. And there is another version, if you want to spend a little bit more money, where you can get these tentacles as like an add-on to the base, which is something I'd probably pay. I'd pay the money for the soft tentacle extra for an extra 3,000 yen. Yeah, well, that's just me. I would like to, yeah, replicate this sort of design aesthetic going on where she's being, yeah, tentacled, I guess you could say. Yeah, but interesting design. Like the figure a lot. Yeah, definitely. If it was cast off, it'd be another nice bonus. Again, doesn't mention about it being cast off down here. But I think for 13,000 yen, you might as well get the deluxe version, to be honest. Just have the extra tentacle bit out there. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I think definitely an OC figure design that I'd like to get a hold of. Then we got School DxD Rias Gremory 1/3 scale by paying 77,000 yen for July 2026. So this came out of, I knew it was coming. I wasn't expecting it just get dropped that quickly. I was actually expecting this to be shown off at the next Wonder Festival, which is beginning of Feb, I think, or early February. So the next like week or so, and I was expecting us to get like a bit there, and then for her to go be listed up on Amiami and on the other websites afterwards. But they've graced us with her release early. 1/3 scale. She is tall, 65 centimeters in height. So yeah, she's definitely going to take up a lot of space on the shelf. I have pre-ordered her, guaranteed pre-order, just as I've said every time I've got Rias figures. Instant pre-order for me. I love this pose. Really like this pose as well. That she's got. The hair shading looks really good. Definitely Fring has stepped up their game, I think, with the hair. Well, I guess not shading, sculpting I would say is better with the amount of hair she's got going on here. I love the dark purple outfit, but definitely better than the just the black bodysuits from the court scale versions that I have. So it's definitely more interesting. So she's definitely going to be a good centerpiece. That's again just to show how tall she is, 1/3 scale. So yeah, instant pre-order for me. Definitely can't wait to get a hold of her. I have got the Code Geass Luch 1/3 as well pre-order. That one I actually was pre-ordering, just tempted to see what the pricing was going to be like to get imported as well, and shipping costs. Whether I keep hold of that one, I don't know. The pre-orders are closed on it currently, so I don't really need that one, but it is a nice 1/3, to be honest. And considering it's sold out, I might check the other 1/3 that I've already released as well and see what their aftermarket's like, because I might just resell that Code Geass one, to be honest. I don't think it'll be one I want to keep. I just need to see if I can get my money back from it. If I can't, if their aftermarket sort of hovers around the price that they sell out, that the RRP, then I probably just cancel it, to be honest, and then let someone else have it and enjoy that figure. Rias Gremory is the one I've locked in, definitely. Not cancelling this one whatsoever. Then we've got Uma Musume Derby Hishi Miracle 1/7 by Furyu, 22,000 yen. This one, very cute figure, like the very cutesy design. Bit of a smaller base, but I think she's a bit more of obviously a smaller character. Again, sort of this pedestal winner shrine base, definitely much more interesting than just a black disc. Yeah, cute figure, looks fine. I think worth getting hold of potentially. I don't play Uma Musume. And we got a re-release of Black Lagoon Balalaika Crimson Empress version, 1/7 by Medicos Entertainment for 21,750 yen, August 2026. I have the figure literally on the shelf above me. Great figure, definitely worth getting hold of. Auto buy, I think, if you're big into Black Lagoon. I've got a video of her already covering her. The paint job looks immaculate. The sculpting is immaculate. Just a great figure for the money. It's like a no-brainer. I'm so glad that they've done a re-release for this one. So yeah, easily get this one and pre-order it. And they've Amiami started doing these videos as well. I've not watched any of these yet. You can spend a bit more money and get the version if you want a there's like acrylic plate. Acrylic character plate A5, which I would kind of like to get, but acrylic plates aren't. I don't really display acrylic plates anyways, so I just got the bog standard one, which is fine by me. So yeah, definitely worth getting a hold of either version. They're both cheap enough. They should come in under any import, at least for European and the UK I think they fall under almost all the countries. Import fee, so you don't have to pay any tax on anything on it. I've just been hearing a lot of massive increases in shipping for people who are using DHL and EMS. So I do surface parcel because I'm not paying the extra for shipping to get it sooner. I can wait for my figures, and I've had no problems with surface parcel ever really with the 3.5 years I've been collecting. So yeah, a great figure, definitely worth getting hold of. Medicus Entertainment, a great manufacturer. Since I've got both my Black Lagoon figures from them, the Revy re-release and this one as well. Yeah, real great manufacturers. Definitely worth getting a hold of. I'm so glad that that they do these re-releases as well. They don't just do the one release. And they're a bit more faster during the re-releases than a lot of other manufacturers. So yeah, I'm definitely a manufacturer I think I can wholeheartedly endorse. To be honest, definitely, I think in my top 3, I would say, of manufacturers, personally. So yeah, great figure as well. Definitely worth getting hold of. Then we got Koi Sakura, Tomodachi ni Ono cosplay, 1/6 by Koi for 9,400 yen. A bit more on the pricier side from past Koi figures. I got Sophia Shearing swimsuit for 6,600, I think. So, again, I do like Koi. They have surprised me actually with how good the paint job is. Like this design, the bikini outfit, body sculpting looks really good. Like the facial expression, hair sculpting, semi-translucent hair. Maybe a little bit of a letdown, but the rest of the figure looks great. Yeah, very nice figure, I think. Yeah, great, worth getting a hold of. Especially if you're into more budget figures, or if you as a manufacturer, I'd look at for more budget 1/6 scales. They still have great quality. Then we've got Ica Super Chrono version 1/6 by Athena X. Single shipment, 32,000 yen, September 2026. This one is interesting. I like the design. I have no idea who this is. She looks great overall, though. These giant mechanical boots, base kind of things, in a bit weird. Probably why she's so expensive. Yeah, she looks fine. I just have no idea who this is. Great looking figure, I think. Maybe a bit on the more expensive side, and from a manufacturer I've never heard of. So, if you know who this is, let me know down below. But she looks good. I just don't know if there's any history to Athena X as a manufacturer. Here we go. Guilty Crown, Inori Yuzuria, there we go. Your World to Me, 1/7 by Solarian, 19,800 yen. Great anime. I think it's one of those sorts of weird-ish anime that's, I think, just really good to watch. Kind of like Gate. The Gate series. Yeah, great figure. I like this a lot. Love the colorway. Iconic from the iconic scene, from the intro as well. A really nice looking figure. Very tempted to get hold of this one. She's not too expensive as well, for less than 20,000 yen. I don't know. I probably should, because we don't really see any Guilty Crown figures. To be honest, it's one of those very more obscure anime. But I do like the outfit she's in, and I do like the anime a lot. It's definitely very memorable for me personally, so I'm very tempted to get this figure. And I think you can get this more expensive one, which comes with a little... What does it come with? Collection card. Okay. So it's just a card, is it? I thought it was like a plush. So you get a card, and then you got this like sticker. Is that a sticker or a plush? World Punji. Oh no, you do get a plushie. 20,000 yen. For about 3,000 yen or more for a plushie, or this one which doesn't come with a plushie. Yes, so if you want the plushie for an extra 3,000 yen, I'd get that. Plushie might be a bit cute actually. I don't know what the size of the plushie is. Probably it's just a small plushie. But yeah, both worth getting a hold of, either or version. Then we got Needy Streamer Overload for 19,800 yen, 1/7 scale by Good Smile Art Shanghai, February 2027. I like the sort of window graphics as part of the base. It's definitely much more unique. And I do like the design, very cute figure. I remember looking at the Pop-Up Parade actually that was released last year, towards the beginning of last year, that we covered her. And that was quite cute, but it was Pop-Up Parade, it's a very simple figure. This one's a lot more dynamic and a lot more interesting as well. Very nice looking figure. Yeah, I like it a lot. Definitely a unique figure to have in your collection. And I think worth the money as well. Good price actually overall. I think for the amount of effort that's gone into the figure. Obviously the colours there's not tons of shading, but at least on her outfit. But you're purchasing this figure for the digital effect and windows that are going on. So I think that's a good selling point really. Then we got SSS Gridman Rika Takadora Gaming Chair version 1/7 by Furyu. 27,500 yen, so it is expensive. October 2026. Although the expense kind of makes sense with the sort of electronics, the gaming chair base, sculpt work and paint job in those. Like, she's in a very simple schoolgirl outfit figure with some relatively good hair shading or highlights, should I say, in the hair. So yeah, a very simple figure, but the rest of the environmental bits and pieces and the base work definitely, I think, warrants the price increase potentially. So yeah, very cute figure, very nice. I just haven't watched SS Gridman. Then we got Oshinoko Kana Arima, Sweet Paradise, 1/6 by Belfine, 23,370 yen, July 2026. Very cute made. I do like the sort of black, red, and white going on for the outfit. Yeah, very cute figure. Like the hair shading and sculpt work. Do like the face as well. The big eyes are a nice touch, and the very small mouth as she's taking your order, obviously. Yeah, very cute figure. Definitely worth getting. And 1/6 scales actually for the price is quite good. Then we go to Hatsune Miku Watery Lily version by Furyu, 24,970 yen, October 2026. I really like the water lily effect going on as she's dancing. Very nice Hatsune Miku figure. Love the hair shading and sculpting. Yeah, ballerina sort of lily aesthetic. If you're a Hatsune Miku fan, you're going to be buying this one. It's a great figure. She looks great. Yeah, nothing bad to say of this figure. I think actually just perfect. Basically a perfect Hatsune, just a unique Hatsune Miku design. And then we got GGD series Mobile Suit Gundam, Hathaway's Flash Gigi by Mega House, 18,700 yen. The figure itself is a very simple swimsuit figure, blonde-haired girl. But she's definitely a lot more on the mature side, and that's because of the face. A lot of the other anime characters we've looked at, they've got quite rounded faces or more squat faces. At least with her, it's actually, rectangular, angled. The jawline is much more of a mature adult woman than a lot of the other characters we've looked at. So there's more of a realistic facial proportions, I guess you could say, and body sculpt proportions as well. So there's just a much more realistic figure that we usually see from from Square Enix, from their IPs, Final Fantasy IPs. I guess mainly I'd be thinking of. So much more realistic proportions, not over exaggerated. So if you're into that, I think the framing in the face looks really good. It is a very simple figure, but she's definitely much more on the realistic proportion side and sculpt work side, so I can definitely appreciate that. And the hair sculpting with the flicking her hair is a nice touch. They've done that quite well, I think. Then we got To Loveru Darkness swimsuit series, Lala Satalin, quarter scale by Union Creative, 38,410 yen. I think a lot of people forget that Union Creative do quarter scales. So yeah, quarter scale swimsuit figure. She looks good overall. Just like I think they've started to do the swimsuit lineup now. Union Creative are of quarter scales, so we're probably going to get all the girls in swimsuits at core scale, at core scale, and then you've got Freeing that have done all of them in bunny suits. So I think, yeah, Union Creative are just doing swimsuit versions of them. So if you're investing into the Loveroo, or you want, you missed out on the bunny suit lines, you can at least get the swimsuit lines, because I think we covered another core scale 2 weeks ago of Loveroo core scale by Union Creative. I can't remember the girl, but it's showing that they're probably going to do the entire lineup over the coming years. So yeah, if you missed out the bunny girls and you prefer swimsuit figures, but you love Loveroo, you can get the swimsuit. There'll be a swimsuit lineup, almost guaranteed, since we've already seen 2 this year of court scale of them in swimsuits. So yeah, definitely worth getting over hold of, I think. Then we got Brown Dust 2 Celebrity Bunny Leon 1/6 by Lovely, 26,730 yen. December 2026. Very risque bunny suit design from the game. She looks great. I love the outfit design, obviously. And I hope these are cast off. With it being Lovely, it could be. They don't mention it being cast off, so don't know. But I like the pose, I like the hair. Head is a bit on the smaller side, I would say, for the body proportions. Well, neck to head ratio to the rest of the body is a bit off-putting, I think. I think that's the only detracting part. She's definitely, big hip area, big chest area, but small head. Although she obviously probably takes a lot of head. So yeah, interesting design, kind of like a reverse bunny kind of aesthetic. Possibly worth getting hold of. I'm probably going to hold off on getting this, to be honest. I would probably like to see if it's cast off before I do purchase it. So very nice figure overall. I do like the figure a lot. It's just the head proportion is a bit on the small side for me. That's really the only thing I think that annoys me with this figure. Then we got a Blue Archive Kayoko Memorial Lobby version 1/7 by Solarian, 19,800 yen. Just a cute date style figure sitting on some stairs. Yeah, she looks fine. I think overall, I do like the base. She's sitting on some stairs. She's in sort of a casual dress with a cardigan on. Very cute figure. She's fine. I think definitely a bit more interesting with the pose that she's in the base. So as a plus, I would say. But no amazing paintwork. The cardigan's got like the most amount of shading ever for a cardigan going on. Goddess of Victory and Nikkei, D Killer Wife Secret Party Cleaner 1/7. Good Smile Art Shanghai, 16,900 yen. February 2027. Very interesting gold dress colorway. I think that is probably the most realistic actual gold they've done. I've seen gold being done on a dress. From a lot of the other ones, they look like they're actual like gold. They're more of a metallic gold, and you could tell it's more painted on. Whereas this sort of the color, the way it's colored, I would guess, seems more like it would be more of a realistic gold dress in real life. So at least that's for me. That's the feeling I'm getting going across. The shading looks really good as well on the dress. Sculpting looks really good. Hair shading, a lot of individual strands that are done there. Face looks really nice. Just a very nice, elegant figure. Elegant sexiness, I guess you could say. Yeah, very nice figure overall. But good smile art. Good Goddess of Victory. Nikkei. Then we got Arc Knights Enfield Chen Huanyu 1/7 by Apex, 24,140 yen. November 2026. Bit on the simple side. I quite like the tail. They've sculpted in some scales. Like the twin tails, sculpting there's nice. Face looks good. Outfit is clean, and some good shading in the blues, and blues and turquoise. No shading anywhere else really. Reasonable hair shading. Yeah, very nice, clean figure, I think, of an Arcanite's figure. And then we've got Dead or Alive, Extreme Venus, Vacation Mary Rose, Twinkle Rose version 1/7 by Q's Q. I think this is the first Dead or Alive figure I've seen at all. Personally, don't think I've ever seen any other Dead or Alive figures for pre-order, or scale figures at least. Because with the game being obviously so old, I'm surprised we're still getting figures for Dead or Alive. But yeah, she looks good. 22,000 yen, good price. Yeah, very simple, interesting design. Yeah, just looks nice. I like the tight outfit. The rose behind her is a nice touch. Twin tails. Not tons of hair shading for the blonde. Face looks good. Yeah, just a good figure. But I just didn't know we were going to get Dead or Alive figures. I don't know we still get Dead or Alive figures, to be honest. Then we go to Vertex Original Elf Village 13th. Villager Zephyr 1/6 by Vertex. 28,050 yen. Made 2026. Very nice elf villager. I think all of them have been really good anyways. Obviously I've got 2 of them at the moment. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I like the sculpt work going on here. And she's not overly big in the chest. She is big in the chest area, but she's not massive compared to some of the past ones. And she's got a much more slender body as well compared to the past elf villagers, where they've got a lot more junk in the trunk, I guess you could say. I like the design, love the facial expression, great figure, love the staff weapon as well. I really should be getting more of the Vertex figures. The elf villager lines, I do want to get the whole entire lineup. May 2026, and then there's the antenna version, which comes with a grass base, which I think I prefer over the bog standard base. So I probably would be tempted to buy this one. And I think you get an extra faceplate as well as this one. You get a troubled face as well. And an A3 wall scroll. So I think for the additional faceplate, I would personally pay the extra money for it. Yeah, great looking figure. I think definitely worth getting a hold of. The only problem is obviously this is the antenna shop ones are over the £135 import. So it means I'd have to pay obviously customs to get her in, which then means the price ends up being, nearly 40,000 yen probably all in by the end, excluding shipping. It's probably about 40,000 yen, I would say, ish, once she does clear customs. So that's the only problem, is I probably would want to buy the bog standard one just so then she can clear customs. Then we got Azure Lane Sirius Hugging Pillow version 1/6 by Alter, 29,050 yen. February 2027. 2 figures for this, so 2 body shapes. Both of them I actually quite like both options. Hands behind her back, and hands up as well. Obviously she's very and different faceplate. Well, different faceplate is that actually is a completely different figure, because this is 2 main figures but 1 base. So unfortunately, you can't have. Yeah, if it came with 2 bases, it'd be really good. This product is a 2-piece set, 2 types of expressions, 2 poses. Display both pose A and B at display both at the same time. Expression of both poses can be exchanged. So you can change the face. Can you display both? Because it is a 2-piece, so this might be a 2-for-1. So 2/1/6. Yeah, so 2/1/6 then. I didn't read that. Single shipment, 2/1/6 for 29,000 yen. That's a great price actually, if you can display both at the same time. Display both pose A and pose B at the same time. So you can. Is a 2-piece set. So there must be 2 bases. They just didn't include 2 times a base, which that I've seen before when like 2 set. So that's actually, I think, also worth getting hold of. I really like the design. Obviously, it's Azure Lane, very sexy figure. I like the paint. I like both poses as well. So the fact you can display both poses in the one figure without having to buy 2 separate figures. Yeah, definitely. I think a good buy. I think really overall, great figure. Now we're into the adult section. Only 2 figures technically. You got Sato Kyuki, Amy Sakura 1/6 by Pinky, 26,800 yen. July 2026. Bikini school outfit, or she's revealing a school bikini underneath her school outfit in this sort of open legs pose. Yeah, looks fine. I think the proportions look okay, and fully cast off as well. And different hand options, so she's covering it, she embarrassed face kind of thing, or covering her face because she's getting photographed. Is that it for the accessories? Alternative right arm headband, used condom base, and back support magnet. Back support magnet? What's the back support magnet for? Oh, this little wedge thing. I guess to stop her falling over. I guess she's probably top heavy, or leaning back top heavy, so that's fair enough. Yeah, she looks fine. It's not a particular design I'd be interested in getting, but yeah, it's a very nice design, OC design figure. And then we've got Miyamoto Isa original illustration Downer Bunny 1/6 by Hot Venus, 27,500 yen. October 2026. It's a bunny figure. Obviously, I'm a sucker for bunny figures. She's dark skinned. Sucker for dark skinned figures. Yeah, she looks really good. Very sexy looking figure. Like the pose, the bar stool, and the sort of like translucent outfit is obviously how they get doing the display of her being cast off rather than. So I think it's a torso swap, interchangeable upper body part. So yeah, it's not actual removable pieces. It's a torso swap to actually do this. So yeah, you get the painted on outfit design, or if you want to see the goods, yeah, a semi-translucent part of the design. Fair enough. Yeah, very nice figure, and it looks like those tights are actually real, not painted on as well. So if they're actual fabric, although I'm a bit worried about white fabric tights on obviously a dark skin character. How often you move her and whatnot, sort of the markings of the tights on the paintwork, or if it's going to be the paint transfer onto the tights, how long they're going to stay white for. That's my only issue, I would say, as I think would be something to keep an eye out for potentially. And then they do a deluxe or a ball skull set version for 30,000 yen. It's over the threshold then for importing into the UK, but you do get a wall skull and a postcard. That's it. I would obviously not pay that because I don't want to have a wall skull just in storage somewhere. I don't display my wall skulls, so yeah, I'd rather save the money and put that towards surface shipping. That does it for this week of Ami figure pre-orders. So comment, like, and subscribe. Comment what's your favourite figure. Mine is obviously Rias Gremory 1/3 scale. So I'm looking forward to getting that and doing a video on her. And she is cast off as well. So she's their first 1/3 cast off figure that they've mentioned, because they do warn about her being cast off. Where is she again? In the listing. Yeah, so please cast off at your own risk. So it's probably just going to be just like the freeing ones, or the 1/4 scales, but it's just the torso, the chest area gets removed. Although it's very hard to see that on here because we only get the very basically frontal views and the rear views. But yeah, I reckon these the two boob covers get removed for the cast off option. So yeah, I think worth getting a hold of. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.